Okay, well, thank you everyone for coming along to this session, which is going to be about community, and hopefully I'm going to get some of you a little bit more interested in taking part in some of the community events that I've been interested in. And what I'm going to do before I start is actually put the USB in for my clicker so that I can click through the slides. It's a new clicker, right? Yeah. Okay, so this session is called One Small Step. A little bit about me. So my name's Sheryl, a lot of you know me. I'm a senior functional consultant with a UK-based Microsoft partner called Cloudthing. Cloudthing. And I do quite a lot in the community. And a lot of you, if you know me, you'll know that I am proud to be certified. And I am living proof that it's never too late. And I seriously believe that we rise by lifting others. Before I go into the session properly, I need to thank our sponsors, because obviously without sponsors none of us would be here today. And then I'm going to start by telling a couple of stories. And both of the stories that I'm going to tell are about journeys. They're different sorts of journeys, but they have a similar thread running through them. So, on July the 20th, 1969, Commander Neil Armstrong stepped from the Apollo 11 and he said the famous words, "One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." And it's estimated that around 650 million people were listening to him as he said those words. And since that time, millions more have also heard those words through recordings. Those words have become synonymous with a couple of things. The first thing is that sometimes you just need to be a little bit brave and take that step into something that's unknown. The second thing is that seemingly small steps, small incremental steps, can take you into greatness. Okay? Now, many of us, probably all of us, won't ever get the chance to go to the moon, go into orbit, and the closest that we're ever going to get to moon rock is at the Science Museum, right? Unless, of course, you're Chris Huntingford and you're studying astrophysics, right? But all of us, probably, are taking those small incremental steps every day to get to where we want to be. Which sort of brings me to the second story. I'm calling it a Power Platform fairy tale. It involves a heroine of sorts. She's not a conventional heroine. She's a 50-something person, single mum, 4 kids. She's broke, she drinks too much, and she's really not having a good time, okay? If you fast forward around 3 years, our heroine now has a fantastic career. She's got lots of friends. She is proud to be certified. She is a lot happier than she used to be and is able to cope, and she hasn't been clinically depressed for the past 3 years. And all of this has been brought about by the magic of the Dynamics and the Power Platform community. And if that could do that for me, because I am that heroine, imagine what it could do for you. So I've mentioned, it's all about taking small incremental steps, and also about having a certain amount of courage, being brave, right? So I'm going to tell you now about some of the things that I've done, some of the ways that I've been brave, some of the things that I've got involved in that have helped me get to where I am and that could possibly help you get to where you want to be. So, well done everyone, you've taken your first step. You've found your way here today, right? You've come to an event, and for a lot of people that is the first step, and it was the first step for me. Almost 3 years ago, I found my way to the Scottish Summit. Now, that has a very special place in my heart because it's the first time that I met most of the people that I now class as friends within the community. I've volunteered, I've done a remote speaker session, and this year, hopefully, I'm going to put a session in for something a bit more technical and speak in person the same way that I am here now. On top of events like this, Microsoft also run various events throughout the year. They run Inspire, Ignite, Build, Business Application Summit, all things that are available to go to, particularly now as they're virtual and a lot more people can get to them. So the very first time that I met a lot of people was when I went to the D365 Saturday Glasgow that became the Scottish Summit. And events like the D365 Saturday still happen on a regular basis, sort of roughly every sort of 6 to 8 weeks throughout the year. And they're run by a group of people who call themselves the Parathon Community. And the last one that I was at was actually not that long ago. It was the Customer Service and Power Portals Bootcamp, which ran from a Friday till Sunday. And if anyone is interested in taking part in any of these things, I've got all the links in the slide deck for all of this stuff, and you can look this up. And there is actually a financial services summit coming just this Thursday, on the 21st. So they're all currently remote events, right? But the hope is that a lot of these things can become in person or maybe hybrid to keep that inclusive aspect as we move forward. The next thing is D365 user groups. So the D365 user groups, they actually happen all over the world. And within the UK, we have national, regional and local user groups. And I regularly attend a few of those. I go to Birmingham and Bristol and sometimes the London user group. And as you can see, this is an image here of the Birmingham user group, which is held at the Wesleyan. And a few of my cloud thing, yay, colleagues are actually presenting at that user group. And it's a great way to go along to learn new things and to meet new people. And details of these user groups are also on the Microsoft Community website. Additionally, we have Power Platform user groups. Again, mostly at the moment, they're virtual. And some of the ones that I've got on the screen here are ones that I've attended as virtual events, right? So I've been to the Washington DC user group, I've been to the Brisbane user group, I've been to the Melbourne user group, right? All before and after work, and all because we've had the benefit of having this sort of virtual sort of situation going on at the moment. But a lot of these also we have in the UK. So once I got a bit of confidence about myself and I was used to seeing people and people were sort of used to seeing me, I decided to do something a little bit more up close and personal, right? And I went for some mentoring. So mentoring is a fantastic way to get to know people. And the first thing that I did was I actually enrolled in the 90-day mentoring challenge with Mark Smith. Mark Smith is a business applications MVP, and he runs the 90-day mentoring challenge every year with upwards, well, actually more than 100 people in each cohort. And Mark will take you through all of the skills you need to be a decent consultant, okay? And additionally, so many amazing people enroll on that group. It's a fantastic way to meet other people within the community. But Mark has a rule, right? And this is the rule that most of the people live by, in the community live by, which is that you have to pay it forward. So you can't just continually go to community events and keep taking all the knowledge and having the good times without giving something back, right? And once you begin to give back, honestly, it's such a good feeling, and I couldn't recommend it enough. Additionally, in terms of mentoring, you have the Power Platform ambassadors, and you're able to sign up actually on the website, and as I've said, the details of all of these things are in the slide deck. If you can sign up on the website, and they specifically give tech mentoring. Okay, so if there's a particular area of technology that you're interested in, these experts, right, because all of these are like, leading experts in their field, will give you time and will get you to where you want to be on that subject. We have also got an amount of community learning, right? So I'm a member of Textilers, which is a Women in Tech group, and Textilers run bi-weekly technical sessions for women, specifically women, but guys could come along if they wanted to, but we really are focusing on women, helping to get women more into tech, right, to help them improve their careers. So we have bi-weekly tech sessions. We also have a monthly inspirational session where we have some fantastic speakers coming along. We've got the Microsoft country leader from Nigeria speaking at our next session, which is next weekend. The next one along is the Zero to Hero program, which is run by Victor Dancas. And Victor is an MVP, and he runs these sessions on particular technologies. So far we've had Zero to Hero lessons on Power Apps portals, we've had 2 lots of those, and Power Automate. And how Victor operates these is that he gets, again, experts from within the community to come and give up their time to teach us how to do various elements of different technologies. Lastly, big shout out to Rory, who's just here in the room. Rory has loads of things going on his website, in his Power Platform Learn, and in that he has over 300 separate lessons teaching people how to go from a knowledge base absolutely zero to having quite a good grasp of the concepts involved in the Power Platform, right? I've done that and I can't recommend it enough. Right. So yeah, cheers, Rory.
Get a badge.
And also, we have Julian in the room. So when I first got into the community, I got into the community because I almost by accident began to go to one of Julian's study groups. Okay, I've done a whole bunch of study groups with Julian now, and I've actually passed, as a direct result of those study groups, all of those certifications that are listed there. Now, as I say, I'm proud to be certified. I really am, because I have great faith in the power of learning, and it's my ambition to be a lifelong learner, right? The great thing about these study groups is not just the fact that you're learning so much and you're getting all these certifications and you're getting a new career and you're improving your life, right? You're meeting wonderful people as well. So at my very first Julian study group, I met, obviously, Julian. I met Ian Connolly, who went on to create the Scottish Summit. And I met Larry Merkelis, who was instrumental in getting me my first job in the Power Platform, right, and who is now one of my best friends. Okay, so you're going to meet people in all of these places, right? And the second one on here, I've got the Power Platform School, and the Power Platform School is something that's put together by Tricia Sinclair to help people from sort of minority groups break into tech. Okay, and I've literally just been talking to Tricia this morning about potentially helping out with the Power Platform School when it runs next time. A few more things on here. Apart from all of the, the big events, and then the user groups, and then the learning opportunities, there's also, the community is a really social place to be, okay? And there are some events that are maybe, I should say, more informal than others, okay? And I've got a few of them on here, and these are great to go along to if you just want to drop in and chat to people and get to know them. So the Power Platform Virtual Happy Hour, I think it's the second Wednesday of every month it meets. Again, all of the details of these are in the deck. And every month they have a couple of different speakers. Everyone goes along, has a chat. Literally, it's a very funny, very social sort of atmosphere to be in. virtual power group. They're based in Scotland, and they were meeting on more or less a weekly basis at one time. They had a little bit of a sort of hiatus, but they're getting back up to speed again now. And they actually have, as part of what they do, they make a point of trying to introduce people. So they have a chat bot that gets you paired up with people within the community so that you can potentially chat to different people that you would never normally speak to, right? And the hackathons, obviously, TDG, those Dynamics guys, they run hackathons on a regular basis. There was actually one just yesterday. The last one that I was involved in was the Imagineer hackathon, and Mike was also in that. And again, they're a phenomenal way to meet people from all over the world, actually. And the purpose of the hackathon is to use technology to build solutions that can then be given over to, social impact groups to improve the world, right? So I can't recommend that enough. That's a great thing to do. This is a picture that I've taken from something called the Virtual Events Hub, and it shows the community, it shows the breadth of the sorts of people who get involved in the community. It is all sorts of people like us, right? Nobody needs to feel that, they're, as I used to feel when I began, I'm not as smart as they are, I don't know as much as they do, it's, we're just all normal people, and I would encourage everyone to come and get involved. All of the things that I've been talking about today are on a lot of them are on the Virtual Events Hub. The links are in the deck, and so there's not really any excuse for anyone here not to begin to get more involved. So what are the next steps going to be? Well, I've got another favourite sort of proverb that I trot out quite a lot, and it is that a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Yeah. And I'd really like to know what your next step is going to be. So you can get in touch with me on LinkedIn or via Twitter. My details will be in the deck, and I look forward to hearing from you. That's me. Yeah, so if anyone has any questions about anything that I've talked about, I'm happy to share the slides, and in the content are all of the links to all of the things that I've talked about today. So if anyone wants to know how to get more involved in any of those things, just reach out to me, right? I am accessible. You can find me on LinkedIn. I will always answer every message, right? I'm not one of these people who, ghost you or whatever. I don't know. My kids talk about ghosting. Right? I know it's a thing. I don't do it. That's why I don't know what it is. Okay. So yeah, thanks everyone.
Thank you.